Alright, what's up guys? My name is Roxton. If you're watching this video, you're probably an agency owner looking for a new outreach method that doesn't involve cold calling and waste of time. You know, for me, I'm still a high schooler, so every day when I would get back from school, I would just cold call until the end of the workday, until my niche would actually shut down. But anyways, I found out a new outreach method that involves a few steps, and it's just absolutely changed the game. I started using it like 2 days ago, and since then, yesterday I signed a client, and then today I signed another client, and I have like so many more calls this weekend, so it's just absolutely insane. I wish I knew this like so long ago. But anyways, I'm gonna put y'all onto this, so watch this video. I promise you, you're gonna gain something out of this. Let's get into it. All right, so first things first, let me just show you guys this huge lead list of just people in Los Angeles. I think this is almost like 5,000 leads. But yeah, you guys get the gist of this. So many leads. Anyways, you can't use all of these leads, and I'll tell you why in a second. First of all, you're going to want to go to Appify, which is a platform or a website where you can use different actors, they call it, which are basically different sort of lead scrapers. The one that I use is this Google Maps one. So yeah, as you can see, you're going to want to make an account first of all. And then once you make an account, you have pretty much free access. It gives you like $5 for usage, which is pretty much all you need. Like, in all seriousness, you don't need to spend money on this. So yeah, you're going to want to go to this Google Maps scraper. As you can see, I've ran it a few times. And yeah, so this will give you a bunch of leads in whatever area you choose, but not all of these leads are actually going to work, because when you call them, you could be calling a landline, so you could be calling a gatekeeper. You could be calling a mobile number, which would be the owner, or you could be calling whatever the else. So these leads are good, but you're going to want to filter them, because what you want is the mobile number. You don't want to be talking to a gatekeeper. You want to be talking to the owner, okay? How you do that is you go to this website right here, clearoutphone.io. Make an account here. I'm sure it gives you, yeah, it does. It gives you some free credits, but you're going to want to buy some if you want to do this to a large extent. I think it's like $20 for 5,000 credits. Each credit is one phone number to validate. So basically what this does is it scans all of the phone numbers and only gives you the mobile numbers. So that's exactly what you want. You want the mobile numbers, so you're talking directly to the owners. What you want to do is you just add a list right here, and you can drag and drop that CSV file, which is that large spreadsheet of like 5,000 leads, and it'll literally just filter out all of the bad numbers, all the landlines, and just give you the mobile numbers. Boom. So once you have the mobile numbers, put it into another, spreadsheet or whatever. And then you're going to want to go into Go High Level. If you don't have an account, there's like a free trial that you can have. It's like 30 days. But if you want to have multiple sub accounts, you're going to have to spend like $300 a month. But most of you guys will probably already have this. In Go High Level, what you're going to want to do is go into contacts right here. And then once you're in contacts, you can click import contacts and then say, contacts, next. And then you drag and drop your mobile phone number spreadsheet. So all your mobile phone numbers will be converted into contacts. What you want to make sure that you have though is the titles. Like the title names. So for example, like their city is very important because you're going to use that. Obviously their state, their address, and especially their name, right? Once you have drag and dropped your lead list into Go High Level, they're going to show up into your contacts. Now, what do you do with all those contacts? Well, you're going to want to create an SMS blast. This is the key part to all this stuff. So basically, there's no cold calling, right? All you have to do is send out an initial SMS blast and put them through an automation, right? They're all mobile numbers, so they're going to get texts. When they get that text, they can, either respond or not respond. Either way, we have a solution for that. Let me show you what the initial text looks like. So it says, "Hi, this is Roxton from Rock Outreach, blah, 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 blah. Typically, you don't want to use the name here because The Appify doesn't actually give you the name, so it's whatever. It doesn't really matter. Just say hi. Contact city, always important. Your offer, and then at the bottom, I like to say something like, I promise, like, this is not a foreign scam. Look at my website if you're curious. You know, people actually do that just to make it feel more personable. You see right here, it says reply yes and we'll be in touch. If they reply yes, you see, it says wait for reply. You can do this all on Go High Level. If you guys need a Go High Level video, comment down below and I can teach you how to make this automation. But so if they do reply yes, they're going to be put into another workflow, which is the positive response workflow. But if they don't say yes, then they get followed up with, I'll show you these follow-up message like, are you there? I would love to tell you more if you're interested. Please consider this offer. You'd thank yourself in the future. Not robotic messages. As you can see, they're very humanistic messages. Like no one would think that this is a foreign scam or like some, you know, AI texting them, right? It actually sounds like a human. So most of the time you do get a response. Let me show you what happens when you do get a response. They get put into the positive response funnel. So when they say yes, it says, great, here's our booking link. Boom, Calendly. Let me know once you have booked so I can send you my personal phone number. This is how you'll know if they do book, right? They'll text you. But we have a solution if they don't book. If they don't book and if they didn't text you, that'll time out and you'll ask, does the link work? Were you able to book? Actually, I'm going to remove this because it never gets their name. So, does the link work? Were you able to book? Boom, gives it again. Now, if they don't actually book, that's fine. You know that they're interested, so you can always call them. That's where the calling comes in. It's really not that big of a deal to just call them. It's honestly like a few phone calls, and like 99% of the time they'll say yes, and you'll get that meeting booked in. Like as you can see, I have all these post-it notes of all these like meetings that I've booked today. It's just absolutely insane. So let me show you what the conversations look like. It'll look something like this. This is someone that I actually booked a call in with. So for example, right here, I'll just click on this one right here. Right, it sends that initial message with their city, and then they'll respond back, and then it'll put them into that workflow. You can have a conversation with them on Go High Level. It's super user friendly, very easy to work with. And what I like to do is if they do say no, like this guy, or if they say stop, like this guy, I put a tag on them that says uninterested, and then I go into my opportunities, and I filter the opportunities by uninterested, and I'll put them into this this pipeline right here, this pipeline stage, where I'll call all the people that are uninterested. So even though they said stop or they said they're not interested, I'm still gonna follow up with them because I don't want to lose that lead. They could just be saying stop sending me messages, but they like subconsciously they're still interested. They just don't want to receive, you know, messages. They might think it's sketchy, whatever, blah blah blah. So calling them is so important. Let me tell you guys, so important. Once you call them, you try to book a call with them. How it goes is you say something like, hey, my name is Roxton. I texted you a few days ago. Just wondering if you saw that message, and if you have like 30 seconds, I could explain a little bit more over the phone. Boom, like that. 50% of the time they'll say yes, even though they said no on the text messages. But when they say yes, boom, you're golden. So yeah, that's what this kind of looks like. Now, all these people that didn't respond, as you can see, like 400 people that didn't respond, I'm about ready to just delete all of them because I have a whole nother leads list that I'm going to use this on. But I have a ton of people to call, the uninterested people that I tagged. Another tip is right now it's a Saturday. I tried calling them today. What I realized is you guys shouldn't call them on a day that they're super busy, because subconsciously they're going to think like, oh, I'm already busy. I don't really need this service. I don't need lead generation when I'm already busy. Call them on a day like a Tuesday when like they have nobody coming in for services. Your service might actually stand out to them and they'll think they might need it more. You know what I mean? So, moral of the story, uninterested people, still call them. People who didn't respond, still call them. But this has just worked so well for me, and it's not like I have to be cold calling a bunch of numbers. If I do call, they're still warm leads, you know? Because you can say, hey, I texted you. Did you see my text? You know, you already have that relationship built. So it's not, you know, the ice is broken. You know, you're not just calling out of the blue. It's like you've already talked to them. So that's what makes this strategy so good. Anyways, I'm gonna continue using this strategy. I hope you guys got some value out of this. Comment down below if you did, and then also comment down below if y'all want to go high level automation tutorial, because I can give you that too. I don't think anyone on YouTube has given this much info on this sort of cold SMS outreach system yet. You guys try to keep this low key. You know, don't give the secrets out to everybody, but here it is. That was the sauce, guys. Hope you got some info. Here we go. I'll see y'all in the next video. Let's get it.